When I was about 8 or 9, we moved to Orem, and at that point I felt very alienated in my community, and I was really struggling to find a place to fit in. I definitely felt lost, and I was trying to force myself to fit in, which was what I had done my entire life. It was a safety mechanism to keep myself protected from people that I was afraid of. I was depressed and suicidal. There was a point when I had to be hospitalized because I was so close to taking my own life, because I just didn't know what the future held. I think a lot of it was trying to please other people and trying to make myself into what other people wanted. So as I was trying to put on that persona, I lost who I wanted to be. I played with labels. I played with the non-binary label and gender fluid and gay and asexual, and I figured out what worked best for me. And about, I think it was my 10th grade year, I really solidified my transition from female to male. I want to let other kids know that I'm a man. That's who I am. That's who I'm comfortable being. Just before winter break, I was introduced to the Dungeons & Dragons Club, and that really changed a lot and gave me a sense of community and somewhere that I fit in. And the Boys and Girls Club was introduced to me by students who were in the Dungeons & Dragons Club. The community that I found was overwhelmingly uplifting, and it was this excuse to put myself out there. The biggest thing that they did for me, I think, was validating how I presented myself. They always made sure to use the right name and pronouns, and having my name and gender and pronouns and identity recognized by so many people allowed me to feel more comfortable with expressing myself in other ways. So I was able to share my passions and not just my identity. Myself and another student started the environmental club here, and we've started these massive projects like putting up a greenhouse and fundraising, and that's been really amazing to see the greenhouse especially evolve into a community effort where everyone has something unique to bring to it. There was a lot of help from outside sources, especially teachers and Boys and Girls Club staff, where they wanted to make sure that I was okay all the time and that I was never anywhere close to hurting myself again.
I'm standing here to show my peers that they have worth in their communities, regardless of where they've come from or where they've been. And I'm standing here to represent myself and my worth in my community. Thank you.
Being Youth of the Year gave me insight into my own strengths and my own ability to share myself with the world, and it just solidified that I had made so much progress because I was able to be so vulnerable, whereas 3 years ago I wouldn't have been able to even get up in front of 20 people.
3 years ago, I never could have imagined that I would be here standing in front of you, because 3 years ago I thought I would be dead.
I found who I am and who I want to be, and being seen and heard has been a theme throughout my experience at Boys and Girls Club, and it's been life-changing and life-saving. People are listening to me and they want to involve themselves in my passions, and I'm no longer being ignored.